You may now begin your presentation.
Think back to this time last year. What was your life like?
6 months on, or anything further education-wise, I haven't completed since school when I was 15 when I left. You know, my mental health and just not having a job, having no routine, getting up at like 2 in the afternoon. Yeah, I was sort of in a do or die situation with mental health, clinically depressed, suicidal.
At 23 years old, Dan was homeless. He couldn't find stable work and had no family to support him, sleeping at Exeter's YMCA centre every night. He believed that things would never change.
In 2017, we established the Lighthouse Project. It aimed to tackle employment instability in Exeter's young homeless population. So, we started a needs assessment by volunteering at the YMCA's job club. Here we met Dan. As we got to know him, he revealed to us how his mental health was greatly affected by traumatic events relating to his friends and family.
He told us what it was like to grow up in one of the roughest, most deprived parts of the country, with gangs of London spreading into the area. He struggled with dyslexia at school, eventually dropping out at the age of just 15. And things got so bad at home, his own mother asked him to leave.
Although we could never change what Dan had been through, we wanted to help him define his future.
We strengthened our needs assessment by working with the YMCA's Job Club. Our time with Dan shed light on the deeper issues surrounding his job instability.
He had low confidence and self-esteem, low levels of motivation, and he was unaware of the opportunities available to him.
Having Lighthouse at Job Club really helped because like the staff at YMCA were really good, but like, as a 23-year-old guy at the time, I wanted a bit more of a younger connection to come and speak to people who literally are living on the breadline, you know, and probably got no or hardly any prospects for their life. It was like really humbling. I was like, well, you know, if they could take time out of their day to speak to me, then I should take time out of my day to make sure that one day I could be in their shoes, you know, and just try and build my life the best I can.
Through building a relationship with Dan at Job Club, we could see the enormous effect this was having on his confidence and self-esteem, week by week. When Dan was ready, we took action by accompanying Dan to an apprenticeship expo, and here, he saw just how many opportunities were available to him. This was a huge step in Dan's life.
At the Expo, Dan was inspired by recruiters, later receiving an apprenticeship at Devon County Council. Lighthouse changed Dan's mindset, driving a determination to improve his own life, whilst also guiding him to new opportunities.
6 months on, Dan is still in full-time employment at Devon County Council and now financially secure. He is currently renting his own home for the first time ever. He now has more stability, high self-esteem, and the motivation to pursue his dreams. So how's Dan doing now? Well, let's ask him.
I love the work that I do it day to day anyway, and I love the team that surrounds me, and I love the place, so I just want to complete that. That was sort of the first stepping stone really, like, of my current life. So I'm definitely very grateful for the opportunity. I'm Dan, I'm 24, currently working for a local authority on an apprenticeship, and yeah, enjoying life at the moment, really.
Thanks to Dan, we learned how we could help tackle issues of motivation and employment insecurity through one-on-one support. This got us thinking.
Exeter has, proportionately, one of the highest rates of homelessness in the country. As we spent more time at the YMCA, other residents shared their stories with us. Like Dan, many had also experienced poor mental health, childhood trauma, and struggles at school.
We knew that our Lighthouse Project could apply what we had learned from Dan to help more young people at risk of homelessness in Exeter by building their confidence and their self-esteem.
We volunteered with the YMCA's Community Cafe, a social cafe which was run by the residents and designed to give them employability skills. Straight away, we saw just how much they loved it.
But then, the beneficiaries received some devastating news. YMCA funding had been cut, Community Cafe was to be shut down, and the YMCA Job Club would end.
We saw an opportunity to establish the Lighthouse Cafe, a sustainable social cafe that will create a permanent positive impact for beneficiaries.
The Lighthouse Cafe will soon open at various community centres across Exeter. This drastically reduces costs such as rent and finds a new customer base. By opening the cafe to new beneficiaries, we will make it more inclusive and more sustainable to run.
We want to make it more effective to ensure long-lasting positive change. We took what we learned from Dan to design a 3-stage pathway. Stage 1.
A series of workshops that will allow beneficiaries to build their confidence and make the most out of volunteering.
Stage 2.
Taking part in the cafe, giving beneficiaries a higher sense of purpose and self-esteem.
Stage 3.
Follow-up support, making beneficiaries aware of the opportunities available beyond the cafe. This is a crucial step, filling the gap left by Job Club, a step towards a new beginning for the beneficiaries.
We are currently starting to run preparations for the first Lighthouse Cafe. In the meantime, we are continuing to build trust with our beneficiaries, conducting baking workshops, and finding out what skills they want to develop. We are using this information to create workshops which are suited to them, enabling their progress.
Economically, Lighthouse is breaking the cycle of homelessness and helping beneficiaries find full-time employment.
Socially, we are giving beneficiaries the chance to build their confidence and skills, providing purpose and routine.
Lighthouse is tackling employment insecurity, enabling all members of our community to fulfil their potentials, just like Dan.
Enactus Exeter also established a new project to tackle often concealed environmental issues.
The coffee in your cup has undergone a tremendous journey, starting from somewhere like Peru or Kenya. Coffee beans are harvested, packaged, shipped and roasted before finding their way into one of 55 million cups of coffee sold in the UK every single day.
But this story has a worrying conclusion. Less than 1% of the coffee bean actually ends up in your cup, with the rest going into landfill. That's over 500,000 tonnes of coffee grounds going to waste each year in the UK alone. Unbelievably, this amounts to 1/12 of the country's total food waste.
So, what does this mean for us and our environment?
When left to decompose in landfill, coffee ground produces methane, a greenhouse gas 34 times more potent than CO2.
However, we saw an opportunity to take this nutrient-rich waste and turn it into something new, whilst making a positive impact in our community.
We created the Gourmet Mushroom Company. Our circular business model collects waste coffee grounds from local cafes and uses them to grow gourmet oyster mushrooms, which are then sold to local businesses.
But why sell mushrooms?
Unlike fruit and vegetables, gourmet mushrooms don't travel well and have a short shelf life. Our market research identified buyers such as organic food stores who wanted fresh, locally produced mushrooms.
Although normally taking a year to grow on the outside, we can mimic conditions to grow the mushrooms in just 4 weeks.
In September, we got straight to work, renting a disused office space to build our urban mushroom farm.
This is our alternative story for the 99% of coffee ground which is usually wasted. Rather than throwing it away, our partner coffee shops dispose of their coffee ground into one of our containers. The coffee ground is then transported to our farm, ready to start the mushroom growing process.
Once harvested, the mushrooms are sold to local businesses. The Gourmet Mushroom Company significantly reduces waste whilst maximising the value of coffee.
After being used to grow mushrooms, the used coffee can be sold as compost to local allotments.
In January, we completed our first proof of concept batch of mushrooms, upcycling 530 cups of coffee that would have otherwise gone to landfill.
Building a sustainable and profitable circular business also presented us with the opportunity to develop social impact.
St Sidwell's is one of the most deprived communities in the UK. We are partnering with St Sidwell's Community Centre to help disadvantaged members of the community in need of opportunities to develop their skills.
We will enable their progress by providing opportunities such as managing the farm and selling our products at local food markets.
Over the last few weeks, we have scaled up our mushroom growing process and upcycled over 4,600 cups of coffee waste, ready to grow 15 kilos of mushrooms. At full capacity, our farm will be able to produce 50 kilos of mushrooms a week, upcycling over 7,800 kilos of coffee waste each year.
Environmentally, we are preventing coffee waste going to landfill, which produces dangerous methane gas.
Socially, we are working closely with St Sidwell's Community Centre to start providing volunteering opportunities for in-need beneficiaries.
And economically, we are adding value to local businesses by upcycling their coffee waste, promoting the circular business model while selling innovative food products.
Enactus Exeter is also working internationally, in Katanuni, a rural town in Kenya.
How do you get your fuel? Put a coin in the meter, or maybe a quick call to your energy company. You'll spend perhaps 2 minutes on it, once a month, and the job is done.
In Katanuni, there is no running water and limited electricity. Most households live on just 16,000 Kenyan shillings a year. That's equivalent to just 34p a day. In January, we saw with our own eyes the horrendous burden that cooking fuel has on the community. Fuel poverty has trapped so many families.
For 4 years, our international project BioSmart has been working closely with partner projects and local community leaders to understand fuel poverty locally. This is a story of fuel poverty in Katanuni and how BioSmart and the local community are working together to fight this.
In Katanuni, most families rely on wood charcoal to cook their meals. However, the nearest source of wood charcoal is a 3-hour walk away. Women must undertake this lonely trek every other day just to collect fuel, and over the course of a year, this amounts to 546 hours wasted. This time could be spent in education or at work.
For most families, farming is their sole source of income, and the success of this completely depends on highly unpredictable rains. The money they make during the harvest must then support them for the entire year, resulting in zero income security.
But what stretches their income so much? Is it food, healthcare, education?
No. Half of this income, half of every family's income is spent on cooking fuel.
And this year, things went from bad to worse. In response to deforestation, the Kenyan government banned the use of wood to make charcoal. The women now face a choice to buy a more expensive alternative or risk breaking the law by purchasing an illegal product.
Imagine choosing between education and fuel. Imagine half of every pound you earned being spent just to power your stove. Imagine having no choice but to break the law just so that you and your family could eat. These are the choices the women of Katanuni face every single day.
Our needs assessment identified the 2 main drivers of poverty in Katanuni as extortionate fuel costs and income instability.
We set out to provide a sustainable solution to fuel poverty in Katanuni.
Working with the head of the local farming school, Patrick, and our partner charities, BioSmart set the goal to empower women in Katanuni by bringing an end to the law, bringing an end to spending half their income on cooking fuel and providing an alternative choice to breaking the law.
In Katanuni, agricultural waste litters the town. In this abundant supply of waste, we saw an opportunity to turn it into a fuel source. This would completely eradicate the need for wood to make charcoal.
We took action. Last year, we built and tested furnaces that burn agricultural waste to create a sustainable source of biocharcoal. We sent these designs to Patrick and, with the help of our partner charity, funded the construction of the first furnace at Patrick's farming school.
This year, we implemented a train-the-trainer method, empowering Patrick to transfer his knowledge to 6 women at the farming school. These women now have the skills to produce biocharcoal from organic waste. Patrick, with his farmers, and Treasurer Pauline form the core team of the Katanuni's new biocharcoal business.
This group of 8 represents BioSmart's first success in ending fuel poverty in Katanuni. They are now able to produce biocharcoal for free, saving half of their income.
So far, farmers...
During our visit to Katanuni, we developed a process of turning the raw biocharcoal into briquettes. These burn more efficiently and last longer than loose charcoal.
The business will sell the briquettes, and the profits will serve as wages for the farmers and for Patrick, but they will also be reinvested back into the farming school.
Biocharcoal can be sold for 25% less than wood charcoal, enabling the families who buy it to save 1/8 of their income. Our biocharcoal business is transforming an environmental problem into a positive economic solution with sustainable social impact.
So far, the farmers have produced 77 kilos of sellable charcoal. This is enough fuel to source 1 household to cook for 3 weeks. The farmers are now preparing and putting preparations in place to make biocharcoal on a weekly basis.
At full capacity, they will produce enough charcoal for 27 people. Between the women, they will save 14,000 hours a year, and among the households, they will save 90,000 Kenyan shillings annually.
Whilst in Katanuni, we identified 2 more ways in which we can tackle poverty in the upcoming year.
Firstly, we saw an opportunity to use the charcoal produced by our furnaces as a soil amendment. This could improve the productivity of farms and croplands by up to 140%. We are currently running experimental test plots at Patrick's Farming School to assess this.
We also saw an opportunity to develop efficient cook stoves for every household. The first prototype has been designed and is currently being built.
Economically, we are impacting families by decreasing their expenditure on fuel and supplying them with a sustainable source of income.
Environmentally, we are upcycling organic waste to make a better source of fuel and making farming more sustainable.
Socially, we are bringing an end to the war, thereby enabling families to access education and school meals. We've equipped 6 farmers with the knowledge and skills to improve their lives and the lives of their families. This holds potential for sustainable change in the whole town.
The changes we've implemented in Katanuli have happened largely over the last 6 months. And if this is what could happen in 6 months, imagine what the future could hold.
The sustainable change you've seen today is only part of our story. Whilst our biggest projects have flourished this year, we were determined to make a sustainable change both within our society as well as with our beneficiaries.
We launched a new training programme for the next generation of responsible leaders and developed new social projects. We increased our income with new commercial projects, and we've tripled our active membership.
This year, we improved the lives of 15 people, directly impacted 7, and we empowered Patrick.
We have encouraged people to reach their full potential. We have increased our environmental responsibility and we've made local communities more sustainable.
We are Enactus Exeter. Thank you for this opportunity.
We will now begin the Q&A period. Judges, over to you.
Hi, I'm Daisy from B&G. What is it about the way that you set up Lighthouse that will make it more sustainable in a way that the previous solutions had failed, so say the YMCA Cafe or the Job Club? Why have they failed and what makes yours sustainable?
Thanks for your question. So the community cafe, which was run by YMCA, had a couple of issues which we're solving with our structure with the Lighthouse Cafe, such as rent. So we're paying a very, very high amount in rent, which we will be solving by running it in conjunction with community centres where we won't have to pay rent at all. And furthermore, the YMCA's community cafe was exclusive, only to their residents. We're looking to open it up to more beneficiaries, which will make it a lot more inclusive and therefore widen the scope of the project in general. Thanks.
Our job must be a big issue. How do you ensure you get continuity through the year? Because look at my kids, they're always at home on holiday. So, you know, what do you do during the summer breaks, etc., to make sure projects like the Lighthouse Cafe continue to deliver?
Thank you again for the question. So our Lighthouse Cafe will obviously be mentored by students. At the moment, luckily, most of our students live quite locally, so spend quite a lot of the summer in Exeter. But over the future, that will be an issue which we will look to solve by either recruiting local students or perhaps giving some beneficiaries more responsibility where they could fill the role of students during the summer, for example.
Hi, Dan Richards from EY. Nice presentation. The Gourmet Mushroom Company, lovely brand. Make sure you protect that. How are you going to make 24,000 projected profit? What's the sort of timeline on that? And talk to me about that a little bit more.
Yeah, sure. So realistically, that's going to be more towards the end of next year, and it's a big financial target. But that is taking from timesing the 50 kilos of mushrooms per week. The price of mushrooms we can sell for anywhere from 14 to 70 pounds a kilo. So if we do constant production, say for 40 weeks, that's where we get our numbers from. We're quite lucky in that, the fact that Princess Hay, where we're operating, are offering us the space rent-free, so all we have to pay is utilities there. And also all our coffee grounds on a donation basis, so our overheads are quite low, hence why we can project those figures. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, up to that. It's it's Richard from Asda here. Could you give us a sense of how much less environmentally damaging the used coffee is once it's been used growing mushrooms?
Yeah, sure. So when coffee ground is, what we're planning to do once we've used the biomass to grow our mushrooms is to send it to composters locally. They're various like community gardens and etc. through what we can do that. And when coffee ground is composted, as opposed to when it's sent to landfill, it goes through aerobic respiration, so it doesn't produce methane. So the whole methane would be nullified that way. In terms of other, it would be mainly electricity that we'll be looking at, so we can reduce that in the time period.
Hello, Jim Clifford, Base Wells. With regard to Dan's story of the Lighthouse, can you give me a clearer picture of the balance between the importance of mentoring and personal support and the experience in the workplace, the positive experience in the workplace?
Sorry, can you repeat the question, please?
Yeah, the mentoring and support helped Dan, but also the experience in the workplace helped Dan.
Yeah.
What's the balance and how do they work together?
I think that the aim of the mentoring is to get them and enable them to be in the workplace. We want to get these people as close to the labour market as possible. So yeah, I think that mentoring is really a channel to drive them towards the workplace, and obviously they develop so many more skills once they're in working environments.
Hi, Karen from Asda. Can I just understand, you spoke about potentially selling the mushrooms through specialist retailers. Can I just understand how you've identified the demand, just to make sure we're not adding to the food waste?
Sure, so for example, next to the food store, and they're targeting local and organic fruit and veg, and we've approached them and they're interested in our product. We're also in contact with one of the biggest seller of gourmet mushrooms in Devon, and they're keen to collaborate, and they already have a network of customers which they are, and they're producing at scale. But
Your time has expired. Thank you.